What?
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 What is good teaching?
I'm Jaime Diaz, and I teach behavioral neuroscience courses in the psych department at UW. This is the material that I love. This is the material that I feel very strongly about, and I would like to share that. And in a classroom situation, students come into a classroom and say, I want to learn this. And so my job is to help them learn it and to share with them why I think brain and behavior is so exciting and why drugs and behavior is so exciting. It's something that applies to your life on a day-to-day basis. It's important in our world to know this right now. It's important for a university-educated person to know these things. And so it's that I feel this is my love. And so I'm sharing this with students that want to learn this. People want to know this. I mean, the neurosciences has crept into the mainstream of most people's lives. And you read about it all the time. And you deal with drugs and how, whether it's medications or whatever, you deal with these issues. They come up on several times during the week. You'll have a newspaper article on this. And so it is where you live. It is something that people want to know. And so it's exciting by its very nature. You present material. You make it alive. You interact with them. You draw them into discussions. You create communities. I feel an obligation to help students think about their learning, to be participants in their learning. And I think that oftentimes lectures are given up as passive learning. It doesn't have to be. You can have a very engaging lecture. And so my goal in every class every class meeting that we have is to present material and to go through material that they've already read in such a way that it would provoke them to think and to interact with one another. Now, given the technology, oftentimes it's easier and it's better for them to interact through the goalposts, through internet discussion boards, because they can think about things, they can articulate a question, they can exchange, and the exchanges and the communications that are going on in this class right now are just outstanding. The questions that are raised, the discussions that have been started, that are continuing, have been spectacular in terms of the issues that they bring up. This extends the classroom. This makes the classroom longer than the meeting time that we have. This also reinforces the fact that this is something that is part of your life, that you will deal with these issues in some form or another in your day-to-day activity. And so someone will post, did you see this about that came out in the newspaper, or I read this, and then there's an exchange. This is developing a community. It's teaching them how to find sources, how to evaluate sources, how to share experiences, how to communicate, how to articulate an idea. This is exactly what you want in a university class. You want to say, okay, we're going to explore this, and I will help you, and I've been thinking about these issues a lot and for a long period of time, and so let me guide you through the way that I think will help you discover things best. And so it's a contract that I make with the students. I'm their guide. I'm their co-traveler in this new territory. I am fortunate and blessed that I'm teaching classes that are not required classes, in the sense that everyone that comes into that class wants to learn this. They come in wanting to be there. Find their teaching self. You go into a classroom and it is you that's in that classroom. So you may admire mentors that you've run across, and you may admire good teachers that you've experienced. You can't be those people. You are who you are. And when you go into a classroom, It is you that goes into that classroom, and you interact with the students, and you move through the material in your particular way, and that's something that you should embrace. And so find your teaching self and develop that, and be mindful of your students and of the whole process. Don't be afraid to make contact. Don't be afraid to interact with the students. Learning is a very personal thing, and so it's okay to be involved with your students. It's okay to let them see the passion that you have for what you do and for your field, and that's why you're there. And that's why you chose to study this and to research this particular piece of academics and of your science. And this is the buzzword right now: mindfulness. It's a trait. You want to be able to be information fluent.